Klee here. Today I'm going to draw a big kind of pot of lemons, and I want to do a cartoon bee and a ladybird around it because it would be really nice. A lot of people have been asking for this, so let's go. You just need a pencil, paper, and you want it portrait. I want to show you this card that I made. Well, I painted this painting, but I made it into a card, and it's my pot of lemons, and I really like it. A lot of people like lemons. I feel like lemons are cool. Very warm today where I'm doing this, so I may be rather warm. I may look rather warm, but all is good. Right, pencil, paper, let's go. So first of all, I want you to do a shape that looks a bit like a smile, and it's quite large. It's a little bit like a fishbowl, you know, like when you've got the big bit of the fishbowl. And then what you want to do is you want to go, oh. So it's almost like a great big U. It's like a big U. And then you're going to do the bottom bit. So we're going to just do it a bit fancy. Let's do it a bit different. So we're going to take this and we're going to go chung. Then the other side, chung. Don't have to make the sound. Then you're going to go make a smile at the bottom. So smile like that just to join it up. Now we're going to do the base. So just do one of them coming out. One of them coming out. Then you're just going to make it into a shape. And then we want to create like a big glass, you know, if your parents have a nice glass on the table that they put things on, or maybe a wine glass. It's like the stem of the glass. We want the bit that makes it secure. So we're going to do line down, and then whoo. So you've got basically the whole pot, but you do not need this anymore. So you could like rub most of this out. You can keep a little bit if you want, just to make it look like it's rounded. But I'd rub all of it out actually. Rub it all out, you don't need it. So there is your fancy pot, or your fancy bowl if you like. Now to make the lemons look like they're in the pot, we're just going to do one going here. Quite large if you can, a bit like an egg. And then we're going to do one going here. So you've got 1, 2, and then let's do a roundy bit there. So those would be 3 lemons in your pot, but you want it to look like they're lemons. So this lemon, we're going to go round and then float. Don't press on the paper, but pretend you're drawing the lemon and draw where you see it end, if that makes sense. If you can't do that, leave it, it's fine. Then here, we're just going to go wee. And then there, we're going to go. And then one more lemon, because it's always nice to have something right on top. So maybe there. Then you're going to do, because they're lemons and they're not eggs, because they look like eggies, they look like eggs, we're going to do this. We're going to do, you know how lemons have the bobbly bit at the end? We're just going to add that in. So you can do it however you like, but if it's long, we're going to put it at the end. So you wouldn't, this one kind of could be there, and that one's at the end here. So wherever you do them, and normally they're each end. So if it's here, you'll find it on the other side there. So each end, you don't want any line. So we're going to rub this out now. Going to rub that line. So rub the line of the egg. So these are now lemons, but originally they looked like eggs. So if you rub out the line, it looks more realistic. Obviously, you could do a bowl of anything, you know. You could do a bowl of bananas, a bowl of... What could you do a bowl of? I kind of feel like sweets. You could do a bowl of sweets. This could be glass, but we're not going to do it glass for today. Now, I want to do the cartoon bee, because everyone's loving bees at the moment, so I just want to do a cartoon one. So we're just going to do a roundy shape, and then bobbly bit at the end. And then we're going to do touch about there. You do a wing. And then another wing. So this is like a simple cartoon bee. And then just to make it look cool, let's do some little antennae. Oh. Okay, now we've got the ladybird this side, bobbly bit, line. Then you've got 3 dots on her back, maybe one there. a little bit of a head, and then she's flying. So we're going to do wings. It's not completely accurate and it's not realistic and it's not supposed to be, so don't worry. You could add anything around this if you like, so that's what's fun about it. You can create what you want. Now this one, it's got patterns on it, but I might keep mine simple. You could put a heart on it, you could put anything you like on this bit. You could put your name on it maybe, if it's a present for someone, you could put their name. So mine's got swirls, but I'm going to keep it simple and I want to colour my bowl. I might do the lemons first. So I'm going to do chalk, my gorgeous chalk pastel, but you could do oil pastel, would be amazing, or paint. What I want to do is, I want to make them look 3D. So if you look at my one there, some of them have like a light yellow, some of them have dark, some of them have just white. So let's have a look. We're going to do it, quite a bit of yellow there. We can find out where the light's coming from, because if the light's coming from here, most of the things are going to be light. I'll show you what I mean. So this is yellow, all yellow there, all yellow there, all yellow there, and all yellow there perhaps. So can you see where the light's coming from? It's almost shining that side. So I want to outline the lemon still, and I'm going to do it with a different yellow. Because I've done black pen, just to show you, you might not be able to see it as good as maybe your one at the moment. But pretend the black line's not there really. Now what you want to do is, where it's really, really dark, do a darker yellow. If you don't have a darker yellow, you could literally try a cool orange that's clean. My orange wasn't that clean. So I'm going to do a bit of orange. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm holding it from the side, like lying down, and it seems to be really good doing that. It's a good way of practicing how to do it carefully. Now, because you've got these pen lines, you probably don't have them on yours, so I'm going to go round with an orange. So you want to outline yours with an orange. If it's super light there, you could rub out the line and see if it looks cool. Now, I'm going to smudge it a little bit, but I don't really need to smudge it much. And I want to keep the white showing because it looks shiny then, it looks rounded, the lemons. Because there is shadow in between the lemons, there's quite a lot of shadow in between. We could add that as a darker colour, can you see that? It's like a darker, because it's shadow. So we could take a cool colour that's a bit like black. I'm going to colour in the gaps. So there's a gap there, gap there. I could just do a little bit of black there, because black against yellow, much like a bumblebee, looks kind of cool. So I'm not doing too much, guys, I'm just doing a little bit, because I want to just make it look like that is shadow, because it's darker there. If you can't do it with a chalk, just do it with the paint perhaps. You don't have to add the black in. If you feel like, oh, I don't know, doesn't feel right or it doesn't look right for you, do not add it in. You could just rub it out if you wish, but I personally think it just gives it more of a shape. So do that. Then now's my bowl. Might not look that yellowy at the moment, and it's probably because of the picture, like my computer, and it's rather toasty in here. So it might be why. Now I want a blue bowl, so I'm going to do these colours because I really like these colours. So we're going to just go round. So it's like a blue glass, let's call it that. And you know what? Look how quick it is to do. You don't have to rush it, but it's amazing how quick you can be with just like a couple of awesome pastels. Nice. I think it said awesome. I mean nice and awesome. Now to make it look rounded, much like the lemons, you want to leave some of it white in the middle. Okay, that's all I need to do. I might put a little bit of green there. And then smudge away. If it turns a bit green when you hit a lemon, don't worry. I love when it smudges a little bit. I think it looks kind of cool. So you want to do one finger if possible, because if you do your whole hand on your little painting, it can get really messy and it might not be what you want. Now, once I've done that, if it is glass, you'd see the lemons inside. But let's pretend it's not glass. And I want to get a rubber. So if you get an eraser, you could make it shiny, because it could be a shiny bowl. And I'm going to add, can you see the white glints? So obviously that wouldn't be there. But if I add these, all I'm doing is I'm rubbing out the chalk. If you've got paint, then you just put white over the top. And if you've got oil pastel, you could still probably rub it out, or maybe put white oil pastel over the top, see what happens. And if you've got watercolour pencil, maybe use a bit of white paint to go over the top. So I'm just going to merrily add my little white bits in, see what it looks like. I love to experiment, and if it doesn't look how I want it to, then I'm like, okay, it's okay, it doesn't matter. It's just nice to try new things, isn't it? So, putting all white there, bit of white there. Yeah, I like that. Oof, that was very powdery. Okay, guys, right. Okay, guys, getting a bit carried away now with the lines, but it's almost like a pattern now. I quite like it. Okay, now I'm just thinking you can't see where I am because of the shadow, but I'm going to do darker there because you can't see it on mine. So you have to try your hardest to do a bright yellow. Make it look nice, because I think you can't see it on my video, can you? Just pretend this is like super bright, because they've got to look like yummy lemons. I like lemons. Okay, right, then we're going to do the bumblebee. So a bit of yellow. It's a cartoon one, remember, so it doesn't have to be perfect looking. It could be quite fun looking, I reckon. Bit of black. And if it is cartoon, you could outline it. And then the wings, I love doing this. If you do like a light blue, and you just get a clean finger and you just smudge away, because then it's transparent, so it's see-through, and it kind of looks like, it's just really nice. It's a nice way of making him look. And you know the antennae? You can just smudge up. That looks quite cool. Smudge around. Right, now the cool little ladybird. Ladybug. So I'm going around all of it. And you could go around near the wing or not, it doesn't matter. Bit of black. Bit of the black bubbly bits. Then, ooh, didn't quite do that, did I? Then you want the awesome wing. Okay, right. If you can see there, I didn't finish off the body, but you can add it in. But I don't know, I quite like it like that. What I mean is you could do black, yellow, because it's see-through, isn't it, your wing? But I quite like it like that. I'm going to smudge. It's quite tricky to smudge because it's such a small thing. This might be good in watercolour, I think. There we go. I love doing bugs. There's just something cool about ladybirds. I quite like, because it's a cartoon, you could outline it, but you could do this to make him look like he's flying and she's flying. Maybe they're friends and they're meeting on the bowls. I quite like the idea. Don't know if you want to do this. I'm going to do it anyway if you want to add it. I like the idea of maybe a lemon leaf. Because green, we've got no green really, have we, on our picture? So you can do a nice lemon leaf there, maybe one there. Yeah, I like that. And then we can do a little bit of dark with a leaf. And you know what? It looks really nice if you've got a light bit as well. So we're going to probably get a yellow, would be nice. Ooh, can you hear that crunched? There we are. Just to outline. Ta-da! There we are. Look, like, subscribe and share, and have a go yourself. Have a go. See how you get on. I like the idea of putting it on a table or doing a cool background that you've got splodges on. As I say, anything in that bowl that you like. So enjoy, make sure you have fun and try new things, and I will see you soon. Mwah!